Hey, what is going on, my brotherhood? Welcome to another new episode of Like, Love, and Destroy! If you guys are excited, I hope you are. Make sure you destroy that like button. And if you're new, show some likes. And subscribe to the brotherhood. And if you don't, I still love you.
I don't know. I don't know if I do, but you know he can.
Last week we were talking about Transformers Part 1 Autobots. This week, it's time to be deceiving. And discuss the Decepticons. Decepticons! Transform and destroy!
They were always a better team anyway.
This week we have the awesome, the amazing, he is the one and the only Pendragon. He is coming back with us.
Thanks for having me.
And I couldn't get a vacuum cleaner, so the dusty one has joined us again.
I will kick you in
Get some
your
Mr.
chest.
Clean in here or something. I don't know.
And as always, my amazing, wonderful, beautiful wife, Serafina, is joining us again.
You usually introduce me first.
Yeah, but I decided to switch it up a little bit.
Save the best for last.
I saved the best for last.
So that's why he's introducing himself last.
Alright, guys, well, just so you know, Like, Love, Destroy will be a discussion of characters, fandoms, universes, and other areas of interest we find in our day-to-day life. Our choices are made from our experiences and reflect only our opinions. Please feel free to let us know your opinions in the comment section down below. Serafina and I, and two recurring guests, will decide on a particular fandom group, etc., and make our decisions about these characters without telling each other. We will then reveal our choices to each other and to you in the video, react to them, giving our reasons for liking, loving, and destroying that particular character. This week we will be discussing Transformers
Part 2.
Robots in disguise.
No, we're not discussing robots in disguise. We're discussing Decepticons.
They're still robots in disguise.
Okay, technically yes.
That was a whole lot of...
All right, let me catch my breath real quick,
I
guys.
was trying to go along with the song.
Oh.
Man, that's what I was doing.
All right.
Again, I thought we were watching Storage Wars or something. I was like, wait.
All right. So let's go ahead and get into my like for
Dun, dun, dun,
Decepticons. Dun dun dun. I'm gonna spin that like.
I don't understand why you find that funny.
I don't either. My like is none other than the Decepticon commander while His Holiness Megatron is away. He is the one and only Shockwave.
Yeah.
Shockwave was the biggest reason why I like Shockwave, especially as a kid, is you saw so little of him.
It's true.
He was very intriguing. I wanted to know more about this character that was Supreme Commander of Cybertron while Megatron was away. I wanted to know more about him.
And he's got a cool look.
Well,
He's
Plus
got
he
a awesome look.
transforms into a giant space gun.
He is the only one besides Megatron that does that in G1.
you know, he's also purple.
He is also purple, and I like me some
And
purple.
I will say, and it pains me a little to say this, but Shockwave was one of the few characters in the Michael Bay movies that I actually kind of liked the way I liked Shockwave in the Michael Bay movies.
The Michael Bay version was alright, but I much preferred, if I had to pick one, the animated version of
This
Shockwave.
animated version is really
His
dope.
backstory,
I
his
like that
character
he's a
development.
spy. He's a spy. He literally
Yeah,
so
G1
dope,
all the
dude.
way.
G1 is the best one. I won't say
The
that.
animated one, he kind of looks like a deer.
I know, got run over by a Shockwave. I don't know.
I got ran over by a Shockwave walking home from our house.
He's like Santa Claus and the reindeer all put together.
He's Santa
Oh,
Claus.
Santa
Plus,
Claus.
He is
Santa
one of the
Claus.
few bots who's ever been said to have an actual sibling in any series I've ever seen. And that's during the Unicron trilogy when he has a brother named Shock Blast, who looks just like him, essentially.
But
So,
Shockwave
really
was a
cool.
really cool character. I really enjoyed him. Getting to know him more was a treat because you learned so little about him. Every time he came out as a character, you were like, oh my gosh, I can see Shockwave again. I haven't seen him forever. That was a big reason for me
Right.
starting my admiration for Shockwave. So
He was one of my old school comic. He was on one of my favorite covers too, where it was like just him on the cover and it said they're all dead or whatever, and had a bunch of dead robots on the ground, and it looked awesome.
Oh.
That would be.
That was just
pretty
Shockwave,
cool.
like, yeah, it was me.
But
Yeah,
Shockwave,
Shockwave just standing
just
there
a
like, I'm a
just
badass.
a cool Decepticon.
Yes.
And you could
Good pick.
you could almost
Good
argue
pick.
that he is the second in command of the Decepticon army in almost
Well, he was running Cybertron while we were on it.
Yeah.
We were on
Even
Earth,
though
so.
technically he's not, but yeah, you could argue that.
I would think he is. It's just while they're on Earth, someone else is
Starscream.
Starscream
Yeah.
can think whatever he wants.
But
you know.
I was like, Starscream
my love, spin that love,
Oh my god.
is none other than
Soundwave.
Soundwave.
So cool.
Look at all these sound waves I
Animated
found.
version,
Soundwave.
Okay,
the
that one's
Unicron
sweet.
trilogy,
That's
Bayformers.
The Bayformer Soundwave, I was so happy that he was a satellite.
It was cool.
It was really
It was
cool.
a neat idea.
I like that they brought him back to his original look, though, in the Bumblebee movie.
Yeah.
I really appreciated all
that
the
did look pretty
throwbacks
sweet.
that
And
movie gave us.
Animated was such a good series because
was.
this Soundwave was really cool. I really liked it, but of course my favorite will always be the OG G1
With the
Soundwave.
cassette tape.
What was
The-
your,
the
which one?
one-
Oh, you mean
Which
you
one was your
mean
favorite cassette?
you mean these cassette
Love, War, and
tapes?
Frenzy,
You mean all of
Laser
these
Beat,
cassette tapes?
Rampage,
Yeah.
Rat Bat.
Wow.
Buzzsaw.
I don't know those two over here.
These two were a part of Soundwave. I don't remember their names.
Yeah, I don't know who they are.
This one's Overkill.
Okay.
This one's Overkill. I don't remember what this one is. But my favorite was always Ratbat.
I liked Rampage personally.
Rampage was awesome. Laserbeak was great.
I
too.
liked Ratbat
Ratbat was
because
my favorite.
I saw him less. And it was like a treat when you saw him.
And I don't know why,
Okay.
but character-wise, I loved Rumble. He'd always
Rumble
like,
I know, right?
you guys are going down! Boom, 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 you know,
Man,
it was just-
I loved Rumble. Like, oh, you guys are coming to tumble.
Yeah.
Oh, watch out! Here comes Rumble.
And he was the only one out of all the Decepticons that wasn't afraid to get in the face of a human and pick a fight. And actually let them hit him. As happened with Spike Witwicky in the early parts of Season 1 at the episode where they took over the dam. And Ironhide or whatever fell in the water. And like Spike came up out of it and like punched him in the face. It was freaking amazing.
Why would any Transformer be worried about a human punching him?
No, they're not. He wasn't worried about it, but he was the only one that really just let it happen and didn't like threaten him to make him back off.
Well, why would he? Like,
It was so cool. He just
saying,
stood
like-
there like, okay, hurt yourself. I
But
don't
no,
care.
I think
Ravage.
a big reason why Soundwave was so
Ravage is
cool
my favorite,
was
yeah.
also because of all these guys.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
get me wrong, I loved Ravage and Rumble too. Ratbat was just so rarely seen that I liked it.
Right.
You know,
And so was Buzz.
He looks
Caleb
cool.
just likes the things that he doesn't see.
And I love Soundwave's voice.
Soundwave's voice is dope, but
It is pretty sweet.
I really
Who was
liked.
the voice actor for him.
I have
Now
no
it's
clue.
time for my destroy. Spin that destroy.
Dun dun dun.
I don't know why did you...
Starscream.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
I hate you so much.
Starscream is so annoying. He is so worthless and pathetic. He is so unappealing at all. Oh, hold on. Let me get. I got this. Megatron, no! He's just so worthless.
Oh my
He's
God.
annoying, but he
not.
plays that part to a T, and he's great at it.
Yes.
It's an act.
I know, but it's
It's
annoying.
always
I
an act.
But
loved
his
it when
voice
there
is
could
annoying.
be
His fear of Megatron is 100% legit.
Yeah, I was like, he's
there could
acting.
be a
is,
but
time
it's not
that
as
the
bad as
that
people think it
the
is.
I think it is. I think
Decepticons could actually be beating the Autobots, and he'll screw it up, and
Yeah,
that's how the Autobots.
That's also
will win.
another reason why I hate him, though.
But it's great. It makes for great storylines.
But come on, do you think his fear of Megatron is 100% legit?
Well, because he knows Megatron could literally beat the crap out of him.
Again, I don't disagree that the fear is real. I'm just saying that I don't think his fear of Megatron is as large as most people want to make it out to be.
No, but he's totally afraid of Megatron.
And we'll get into that later because you're going to hate one of my picks for like and love. I guarantee you.
All right, well, let's go ahead and we'll just go the same order as we did last week. Let's go ahead and go into Zims.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun!
Predacons and
I
Decepticons.
almost used that picture.
I found that and I loved it and I had to save it.
There's that
That's
bat
such a
cam.
good picture.
Ha!
He loves
Oh,
Starscream.
Starscream? Wow.
See, that's why he's defending him, because his love is Starscream. By the way, if the show is called Like, Love, Destroy, not
Why would you
Love,
do
Like,
Love,
Destroy.
It's all right. I screwed
But-
up my first time. It's,
But
you know.
think about
But
it
this
like
is his third.
First off, Starscream, a lot of the reason why he made a lot of the mistakes and the illogical calculations he did wasn't Starscream's fault. It was the fault of other bots on the Decepticons who were jealous of his position as official second in command of the Decepticon army, and one of them did something to his logic center, which really fucked him up. If that had not happened, I honestly believe with all of my heart he could have and would have dethroned Megatron and taken control. And if he had, I honestly believe his plans would have been just as vicious and nasty, if not more so, than the ones that Megatron had. Like, take some of the episodes from the original series, like the one where they had that that infinite energy formula thing that human doctor had developed, that Megatron knew about but never made a plan to take control of and try to use. Who did it? Starscream. Who stepped up and won the fight between all the other Decepticons when Megatron was destroyed to take leadership until Megatron came back as Galvatron with the help of Unicron? Starscream.
Well, it didn't help that half of the Decepticons were already like
and nasty than anybody ever gives
and
this
he
guy
overthrew
credit
Megatron. He didn't just like, I'll keep it warm for you while you're gone. He tried to like.
He had
Starscream's
crown and everything.
Starscream's
but I will say, Starscream Ghost was awesome.
Yes, Ghost in the Machine was one of the best episodes.
Starscream is a coward.
Yep, but he's a great character, so I can see both sides of the coin.
He is an amazing
Sometimes
character.
cowards can be good, but he was so annoying. It was his voice.
I love Starscream. I really do.
That's because he's Cobra Commander's voice, too.
Wait, how was your like Bumblebee for this?
Did I miss something here on...
Did you do
You know this is Decepticons, right?
I might have been.
Hey, look,
doing something else.
he's gonna honorable mention Bumblebee, and he's gonna like Black Arachnia. And you're
Okay, well,
we're gonna skip your like? Like, what did you do here?
well, we're officially skipping your like because we don't have a picture.
Null and void.
Who did
So-
you like? Who
Yeah,
was
I don't
your
know
pick?
what that happened. This was, last I remembered, all the way it was supposed to be. I don't know what the hell happened.
I didn't change it, so don't
I was
even
like-
blame
No,
me.
I'm
Do you even
not
have a
saying
name?
It was you. Bruticus would have been my like.
Well, we don't have a picture, so...
Like, I love Bruticus.
He is
Again,
cool.
it's a combiner.
Yeah.
He was created by
did that
Starscream. And one of the main reasons I think Bruticus is one of the best combiners of all time, honestly, is that he was so vicious, so mean, so evil, that even Megatron feared him enough to destroy their corporeal bodies, save their sparks and minds in a freaking prison on Cybertron, never to be released. That's how much he feared the Decepticons and how much he fears Bruticus.
Well,
That shows some serious badassery.
Why are you destroying Megatron?
I hate this version of Megatron.
Why?
you know, we're not picking... We're not supposed to be picking versions. We're supposed to be picking characters
I
throughout...
like most versions of Megatron, but this one was the dumbest, most insane, annoying, and just power-hungry idiot version of Megatron that I've seen in Transformers history.
I do apologize at this time. I did explicitly say that we were picking specific characters from specific shows. We are supposed to be picking characters that we overall liked throughout Transformers history. Apparently somebody just didn't get the memo.
It's alright. He thinks
So,
Bumblebee's a Decepticon.
I mean,
so.
if you think about it, though, if you've ever watched Beast Machines and Beast Wars...
Oh, okay, he had an honorable mention, sorry.
That's your honor.
There's a Bruticus.
There's your Bruticus and Combaticons.
What was your honorable mention going to be? Bumblebee? Like, what exactly?
Since you're just...
I don't know what the heck happened with that. I apologize for that. I actually spent some time doing a lot of research on that last night and like trying to pick choices that were obvious, that weren't necessarily.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that Decepticons Like, Love, Destroy from the Dusty one here.
I don't know what happened with the light.
I'll get that shot back and clean up now because that was a failure. I'll get that shot back and clean up because that sucked.
That was definitely crazy. couldn't find the same thing for the Decepticons.
You couldn't find a transparent one?
No. But
All right.
Yeah, that one is kind of hard to find.
Special mention!
Yay!
Come on!
Shut up. Special mentions are my thing.
They're
Right.
Yes!
What is this? No! Because he made me sad!
Killing my husband.
Modeled after and based on one of the greatest actors
Come on!
of my time.
Ah.
The great, may his soul rest in peace, Leonard Nimoy.
Doesn't matter. It was.
I hate you!
I saw
watching
him
this
being
movie.
bad out the gate, but he was a bad mamma jamma.
I was,
Yeah, he was.
watching this movie with my husband. He loved Sentinel Prime. He loved him. And then when he betrayed, oh, my husband lost his shit. And it was the most amazing thing. So props to
I think that is the
Sentinel Prime.
greatest reasoning ever listed on a slide.
I agree.
I am officially filing for divorce.
Caleb, you already know all of my choices. Not even joking. Keep going. You'll understand what I mean. What I like?
It's Shockwave! And you're like...
That worm thing he had in that,
That
film
cannon
was cool as
was
shit.
super cool, and it's
Right?
probably my favorite thing out of all of the movies was Shockwave's cannon. Plus, Shockwave's cool looking.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just the single end on it for the cannon either. It was a giant, like, multi-armed worm thing
Right.
that just annihilated everything.
Right.
It was amazing.
It
Hey,
looked
did we get the same Like, Love, Destroy
Yeah.
for this?
no joke. Anyway, but yeah, no, like that whole thing was super cool. I enjoyed it. It's probably one of the coolest things I've ever seen. So congrats on Shockwave. He's super awesome. Like him.
Agreed.
Love with Soundwave.
I didn't like his visual appearance in the initially in the Bayformers.
It doesn't
movies.
matter. I loved his
But
The
body.
fact that he
good
had the
character.
satellite was awesome.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
fact
And,
that he was a satellite at the beginning was super cool.
and
He
the
was just-
Ravage was cool. I like that the Ravage had his own little bot.
Yeah. The
I
Ravage and he's
hated
got
that
laser
version of
beak there.
Ravage.
I loved it, and I liked that he was kind of controlling everything from the skies. So, I mean, like, he's super necessary and useful. Like, Soundwave and Shockwave, they're both really useful bots.
Yeah.
And I like that.
They're cons.
Well, okay, whatever. I'm
And
sorry.
and Soundwave is one of the main reasons, honestly, that Megatron in almost every series maintains his rulership. Because Soundwave is always spying on the other Decepticons. He's always manipulating them.
But he's always
But-
there.
And
It's
it's
always loyal,
all
like that.
for
His
the glory
undying
of
loyalty
Megatron.
makes Shockwave just the
And
best.
Soundwave, yeah.
Soundwave.
And Soundwave,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're both super loyal. That's I don't know. So Caleb and I apparently channeled each other for this because we just love the same thing apparently.
And you're
I just-
destroyed.
I scream.
Oh, bad Cressida!
Caleb,
Bad.
in the movie, he was actually okay. Like I didn't mind him, but hit that cartoon just every time. I hate his voice.
So, Starscream has officially been outvoted so far.
Yeah.
So that's an Uber destroy. Boom!
That's a total
We
destroy.
haven't got
Y'all
mine
just
yet.
don't understand him.
No, his voice is annoying. That's the only reason he got destroyed. If
You have no reason
I can
other
see
than the
both
voice.
sides of the
No,
coin
that's
for
it.
That's
Starscream.
not
it.
a valid
that is
reason.
a completely valid reason.
All right, let's go ahead and get into. Ooh, I like that. That
They
was
shouldn't have been
cool.
voiced
Yeah.
by such stupid things. Like, shut
I've
up.
heard characters with worse voices,
Oh,
trust me.
but
All
I
right,
don't like
so
them
here
either.
comes Pendry's Like Love Destroy. So Pendry's
If
Like.
his love is
Oh my
dark-
gosh.
Told you it was hard. It's hard to find
I
pictures of
love
happy
the reflector
Decepticons.
pick with Megatron. That is so good.
I like the badge pick.
This is such a
Scorponok. I like
Scorponok was cool.
The City
Go one
Transformer
more.
headmaster.
Yes.
Nice.
I've just always thought Scorpions look awesome. He was huge.
The
He was one
Bayformer
of
one was really bad.
so
though.
I didn't dislike it, but it wasn't.
It wasn't
my usual.
engaging.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem.
But
with it.
yeah, Scorponok
Scorponok is cool, though.
he's
I
just
like
a cool
Scorponok.
badass in the comics. I think he was a leader for a little while. I think he was.
Yeah, and in the Japanese series Headmasters, him and Galvatron shared leadership.
Yeah.
So,
So-
yeah.
He was a big enforcer, so I like him.
I don't like that picture, though, right there. This one right here.
Shut up, Shockwave. My love.
Thank you, Pendry.
Now,
I swear to God.
this is not. This
I know. I'm about to click.
Now,
and
I have an honorable mention for my love, so we'll
Oh.
go to the next one, which is Megatron and Galvatron, because I feel like they're pretty similar, because they're pretty much the same guy.
Well, they
I
are in
love
most
them. I mean,
universes.
they're both badasses. They're both the leaders. I mean,
And that cannon, dude.
but
That cannon.
I felt like they're just too, mainstream for
Two
me
sides
to
of the
pick.
coin.
So my main love is Unicron.
Oh,
That's an
picture.
interesting.
that's
good
actually a
choice.
cool picture, but at
Look
the
at
same
all
time,
hail
Unicron. Come
I'll
on.
go in one more.
He's destroying
So,
planets.
I mean, Unicron's awesome. He's arguably one of the most, powerful Transformers of the
And he
world.
got kicked in the butt by
He-
Grimlock.
I mean, he's huge. He eats planets, for Christ's sakes. I mean,
And
he
he's
was
the
awesome.
antithesis of
Primus.
Primus. It's like they're literally ordering.
He
chaos
literally
in
loses to
Transformers.
this tiny thing that sits in a Transformer's chest. Come on.
But that
That's
thing
the
is
only
ultra
thing
powerful.
that could beat him.
It
How did
holds the
Galactus
wisdom
get
of
defeated?
ages.
Ultimate nullifier.
Yeah.
A little thingy.
The
Just
littlest
saying.
things tend to have
And
the
I'm
most
just
power.
Super Saiyan.
Oh, no, that was a couple weeks ago. You can't do that.
That,
We're not
Caleb.
saying this time.
No, I
But
like
no,
I like
I like
Unicron
Unicron.
too,
I
but
just think he always looked really cool.
His
I
trilogy
dig the bat
version was
wings.
really bad, but this version was
And I always remember the first time I saw the movie, and I love the animated movie
he
so
scared the
much.
shit out
All
of
of a
you,
sudden, he
didn't he?
started to transform, and I was like, "Are you kidding me? He's a transformer!" And then he just stands right there, like on that bottom right picture. He's standing on Cybertron, like.
But he
so
was
cool.
bigger than Cybertron. Like, see, because that's one thing about Transformers that always got me. Because in this picture, that is Cybertron,
Yes.
and that is Unicron. Then he transforms, and he's like, "Look at me! I'm no longer bigger than Cybertron. I just kind of stand."
Yeah, the mass displacement thing was something that's never.
So
I think they just-
I could take a bunch of paper, and it could be a big balloon-sized shape of paper, and then I origami it down to like a
well, I
robot-shaped
was
thing,
just
and
about
weird,
to-
it's way smaller.
I was just about to argue that maybe they take their mass and like almost black hole it so it's down and down.
That's
and...
been a prevailing theory throughout Transformers history for that.
But
Just
anyway,
think about it like Megatron.
and I love that.
Oh! I thought that
think
was a
about it.
destroy thing.
Megatron
That
is
would've
the
been
perfect
cool, though.
example. G1 Megatron is a perfect example of this weird mass displacement thing during Transformers.
Game
Because
over.
it becomes this tiny handgun, the P-23 or whatever it is. But in robot mode, he stands what 30 feet high or something. Like what? Where's the mask go to?
Bombshell.
What?
I
Go
hate
one
the
more.
Insecticons.
I was never a huge fan of the Insecticons, and I think
like, you
that's
just
the dumbest
ruined
looking one
Caleb's
of them
day.
all.
I mean,
I loved
don't...
it in the animated movie when Cup runs over
I
his
know, right?
head
One of
and
the
crushes
greatest
it.
scenes.
It was tough for me to
Speaking of
find
running
one that I
over
just
people,
didn't like,
I think
but
one of the best scenes in the movie was when Optimus Prime is about to get into the fight. After all,
Oh,
and he's like,
every time, dude.
Does
when
the
he
but
jump
the
rides
ahead
best,
his
is
no, the
Mission?
best part is when he just hits that random Decepticon that turns around. Don't.
And then jumps in the air, transforms,
That
just
whole
starts
scene
But
where
I'm
Just
talking about that
comes in.
one
Buddy.
part of that
Oh,
scene.
yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like that whole scene was.
I always loved it when
Amazing.
I can't
Starscream
even
gets his
stand
foot stuck.
that
And he's like,
song.
I know.
He
Then
has
he's
to
like
shoot his
has
foot.
to blast his foot and stuff to get out. That was great.
I cannot stand that movie or that song. At
After all is said and done,
No.
we never walk,
No.
we never run. You're a winner.
No.
Best song
till
in the
all
movie.
are one.
No.
Best song in the movie. I think you guys would agree with me.
No.
The Touch.
We were just singing that.
That is.
No, that wasn't The Touch. That was
Yes,
something else.
no, it wasn't.
Bana weep, grana weep,
Ba
mini
Ba
bomb.
Weep
Bob Bomb,
Grana,
yeah,
Weep
we mini bomb.
Bomb.
After all, that's
What
the
heck
touch,
are you
Sam.
guys even saying?
After all is said
It's the
and
universal
done,
greeting.
you never walk, you
Yeah,
never
that's when you gotta
run.
give 'em
You're a
Energon
winner.
What? I don't know what that is.
Ba
but I
weep
don't wanna
nu
know.
wop
Ba
mini
Weep
bomb.
Grana, Weep Mini Bomb.
I don't want to know anymore.
That is the universal greenie.
Just end the video.
Bawi Grana Wheat Miniba.
We've reached that point. Just end it, please.
Alright, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us on this episode of Like, Love, Destroy.
Starscream
I hope...
destroyed 3 times. Or no, not 2. Just 2.
But we do have to officially say that the Uber Destroy for this episode, which I may have started this in Saiyans, I don't know
Come
yet.
Come on, guys.
Was
show us some love for
Starscream.
Starscream love.
Believe we made
Starscream love.
Caleb and I
Starscream got Uber destroyed.
That was. I can't believe.
I need to come up with like a sound effect or something that I could do for that. So Starscream and the Uber like for this. The Uber like for this episode will go to Shockwave because he got more likes. So Shockwave for the win. Starscream.
Yeah, but see, I tried to be original with all my stuff and not pick the most obvious things.
Yeah, well, those are the ones I liked. Okay.
Shockwave for the Uber like.
We gotta introduce you to other stuff, my friend.
No.
Shockwave for the Uber like.
You gotta at least watch Transformers animated.
Starscream for the Uber Destroy.
Look at Soundwave.
Oh, and yeah, Soundwave for the Uber Love.
Uber Love, yeah. I can't believe we picked the exact same people.
And that is one of the greatest pictures right there that you have on your background for this. Not the.
Well, yeah, the background pic.
That is one of the greatest Clash pictures for Decepticons versus Autobots I have ever seen. I love that.
Well, guys, let us know if you agreed with me and Christina for the Uber Like, the Uber Love, and the Uber Destroy in this episode. We'll start doing that. We'll start putting out if it's going to be an Uber Like, an Uber Love, and Uber Destroy. But thank you guys so much for joining us. I hope you did enjoy this video. If you
Starscream love!
If you did, make sure you destroy that Starscream and subscribe to us.
No!
And love the Shockwave Soundwave. And like this video.
Okay, that I can get behind the second part of that.
But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy, and we'll see you guys next time on Like, Love, Destroy, where we will be bringing you a thwipping experience.
Oh my god, that was terrible.
Excelsior!
But thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time.
Hey,
Bye!
Later.
Bye.
If he was gonna